Do the Celtics look like a championship level team right now?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. They look like they looked when they didn't have Porzingis. They look like a team that could get to the finals that didn't really deserve to be there, but happened to get there because of injuries on the East and, lucking up a certain amount of times. The way that they're playing is frustrating. Because now it's like it proves Gil's point back when I was talking about how they move without the ball and they do certain things with their offense with Porzingis playing, which gave them a post presence where they could move without the ball and do other things. But now they're just stagnant on the outside. Everybody's taking a turn, and they're just trying to go one-on-one. And then what Gil just said about them not being able to get by guys, they're making 4 or 5 moves trying to get by one defender, which it makes it look even worse because now if they don't get that shot off, it's off to the races for a mediocre team in Cleveland. They don't have none of their pieces.
Yeah.
They don't look like they're cohesive whatsoever, and they're still in the game. They're still competing because that's what happens when you play hard. At least they do play hard. I'm glad Garland finally woke up after all those games just playing like he don't deserve to be an all-star. But the Celtics just in total, they're playing like prima donnas. Yeah, they're playing like they know they can win, they're supposed to win, but they're playing to the level of the competition, which you're never supposed to do. When
7-2 this postseason, had a ton of big wins. As Gil, you mentioned, they beat Jimmy's Butlers in the first round. Injury-plagued Cavs squad in the second round. They got something coming from them out the West.
What do you want them to do? Win every game by 50?
Dominate.
Right? Yeah.
Against this squad, you should.
This is... whose NBA is this?
Adam Silver.
Okay. Right. Sometimes just getting that win is just getting that win. They're 3-1 right now. Garland, what's so funny is I knew he was going to play very well because Mitchell's not there, right? And, when Mitchell's there, that's what I was saying, a couple weeks ago, that he delegates and then he becomes traditional point guard when that role is gone, right? This is who you are. Both of you guys do the same thing. Just do it, right? You don't have to, the fact that you're stopping at 15 means you're consciously doing it, right? You're consciously, I'm going to stop here. This is enough. When I need you might need to go 110 sometimes. You can't keep going the speed limit.
Right.
You need to get to where you need to get to. So the fact that everyone gets to see what he is when Donovan's off the court, when Donovan comes, you take the same shots.
Yep.
There's enough for both of you. Everybody else they just don't get the ball anymore.
But did you see how they playing though? Niang and Strus are playing like they are go-to guys. Like confident, Okoro, like they all out there like, I'm gonna get my 10. And that's where I'm watching the game. I'm like, well, since when they start giving these type of guys like freedom to just come down and just shoot whenever. But then, like you're saying, when Garland is delegating to play, well, it's your turn. I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna try to find my shot when I can. And that's just between him and Donovan Mitchell. Everybody else is just kind of like, JB's giving them y'all do what y'all do. When it should be, man, y'all get it when we give it to you.
Everyone has a green light now. Just say that. Everyone has a green light.
Do you agree with that, Gil?
What?
Everyone having a green light?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Okay.
What?
Never.
Everyone can just shoot shots. And you wonder why so many leads being blown because guys who don't supposed to shoot.
Bad
Shoot shots.
Time and score.
And then at the end of the game, when the star player, the one who gets max and super max, is ready to take over, these guys think it's time for them to still keep going.
Yeah.
Like they never had the responsibility of putting the team on their shoulders, but because they've been given a green light to shoot whenever they want, they don't know the concept of time and score.
Austin Reeves.
Papa de Limon getting.
You know,
Just an example.
You're not gonna have Laker uniform on and be
Just an
throwing.
example.
You have to use another example. Use an example on your
LeBron
team.
James jersey, okay?
No,
Stop
use-
saying like
Who's LeBron rolling with?
whose team is it?
Use
The Lemon
another.
Daddy.
Nah, you gonna have to use one of your teams, man. Somebody on Boston, dog. Even though they
do
play.
that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Derek White.
No, even though they no. Even though they play right, they play the right way. So you know what? Try another team, then.
I was thinking, I'm like, that's the only motherfucker come to mind. The Lemon Daddy, he just come down and do what he
That was
wants.
funny.
He do what the fuck he wants.
I'd be a lot of about that. I'd just be like, you just missed the last 5 shots, and it's the first. How many shots you think you're supposed to get?
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to get 5 to 7 per game. That's it. And the only reason you got the 7 is because you hit 3 or 4. But these guys, I'm just
No, everybody should not have a
like.
green light.
But is this the better team? The better teams, they do understand pecking order. There's still a pecking, like that's what I said. Boston don't do that. Denver damn sure don't do that.
Hell no.
Right? You're not gonna have KCP ain't gonna just be chucking shots because he open.
Nope.
Right? He gonna be like, all right, nah, that ain't a good one.
Yep.
He gonna look at that first quarter. He gonna look at that time. Oh, okay, it's my turn. Okay.
They go like,
If he hit a few.
Jamal, like, can I shoot this
We
one?
go. You got to go back to like when we talk about playing the game of basketball and knowing what that means. What is playing the game of basketball? I think that a lot of these guys grew up watching the game of basketball, thinking that what they see is how the game goes, and they were never taught how to play the game. So when you are a big man and you're in the game and all you're doing is setting screens and slow rolling, you're thinking that this is all I have to do. Instead of flashing to the ball, setting a off screen in the corner, doing little things that's helping you affect the game. All I'm seeing is guys running around in freestyle basketball. We called it 3-game, where everybody just moves without the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But you only did that when the play broke down, or it was, out of bounds OB, where you just like get it in. You guys either run a pick and roll or a pin down. But now these guys don't know how to move without the ball. They don't know how to affect the game. They don't know how to flash cut. They don't know how to do any of those things where you look and say, all right, these guys know how to play. And there's only 2 or 3 teams that actually know how to do that, which is Denver. Because they run an offense where you pass it to Joker, y'all move without the ball.
What's funny is looking at so Conley, right, who drafted Joker and Murray and all that.
Tim Connolly.
Tim, that was my rebounder when I was in Washington.
Crazy.
So he was my rebounder in Washington. Film breakdown, we used to watch film, look at certain things, right? And then Calvin Booth, my teammate, right, who's there now. They probably do something that we used to do back then that they probably don't even do anymore. If you want your team to move without the ball, there's called drills. Full court, 5-on-5 drills. Right? No dribbling.
No dribbles.
Yeah.
Right? We're playing 4 quarters, no dribbling. Full court pressure, you can't dribble. Right? Or it's a turnover.
Yeah.
Turnover. That's the best drill.
Now everybody got to move. Pass it, cut,
Yep.
flash,
Screening,
this,
Yep.
that,
off balls.
back door. Like, the only thing they can do, you can bounce past it.
That's
Yep.
the dribble.
Other than that, you're playing 48 minutes, no dribbling whatsoever.
Yep.
And what does that show you?
Now it makes everybody move without the ball. It makes you like hustle.
Yep.
Right? Because you can't just pass and sit there. Now you got to, because now you got to get the ball up the court. So now it's a bunch of passing. Now you're playing technically football.
Right? It's energy too.
Yeah, it's energy. But that's what we used to do. So because we played in Princeton.
Yep.
So understanding the Princeton, everything backdoor, cutting, flashing, reacting.
And very little dribbling.
Dribble, yes. So it's like maybe bring back some of those drills and you get these motherfuckers from.
They lazy.
Yeah.
It's lazy. Think about how lazy you can be
Yeah.
with that, right? If you're not really doing a one-on-one move where that's what you're practicing with the cones and it's like, bro, move without the ball. Like
Well,
when you was doing that drill, when you could do a drill like that in practice, you knew you were playing with people who knew how to play the game.
Yeah, because what happens now when you look, certain players, they constantly have the ball in their hands and it's dribble, dribble, dribble. You're going to dribble for 20 seconds. Everybody else is just standing. Because it's like, well, he about to go do something with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to stand here. And then it's 5 seconds on the shot clock. And he's like, oh, here.
Here.
Take this
So
grenade.
then, right? So then you have some of those people who probably shouldn't be shooting. They're shooting because it's 5 seconds on the shot clock. And you just dribble the ball for 19, 20 seconds. Like, what am I supposed to do with it when I get it with 5 seconds left on the clock?
You know why it's acceptable, though? Because this is what we do in the summer. Summer game translate to what you think is acceptable in real time. So you go out there and you go at the training camp and same type of offense is being set up. You might have a couple sets. I'm not saying that they don't have no sets, but we call it red. Red is around 6 or 7 seconds left on the clock. Red is move out the way, I got it. I was a
Red
player.
in here, too. Red.
That means don't pass. That means red meant don't pass.
It's like, well, you know any other color but not red.
The danger zone.
No.
I'll be damned if coach would yell out red and then you pass it. Oh, no.
Worse.
Come on,
Worse.
dog.
Worse.
But you know, I mean, I'm accepting because that's extra shot I get. But,
For sure.
but don't
It
hear
might go
red
in.
did pass,
Okay.
dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so these guys, they play this way the whole summer. They train their mind that this is how we're gonna play. I'm gonna get the ball, I'm gonna do my thing, and then I'm gonna pass if I don't got nothing. We've gotten away from
Yeah.
traditional basketball. And when I say
Yeah.
traditional, it don't mean old school. It mean the foundation of how we really learn how to play the game. It had nothing to do with just coming down and learning to move and being able to dominate your guy one-on-one. You know, even though we do a lot of comparisons of who's good one-on-one, who's better one-on-one, but if that one-on-one player can't translate to team basketball, bro, you're not a good player. You're a good scorer. You're a good one-on-one, but you're not a good player. You don't know how to play.